comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. By idiots, for idiots. Welcome, sinners. This is Sports Idiot Nation.
Bud. Bud. Wines. Bud. Bud. Wines. Bud. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines.
Welcome into Sports Idiot Nation, the weekly recap show that comes to you not once but twice a week, every Monday and Thursday. Today is Thursday, February 6th, and it is getting close to the Super Bowl. So since we don't have good teams to talk about, we figured we would talk all things commercials and Super Bowl halftime shows. And our good friend Kelsey has drawn the short stick yet another time because she is stuck with me. But I think look how smiley she is. I think she's okay.
Happy
What's
to be
going
here.
on, Kelsey?
Not much.
So have you seen that commercial before? Such a classic.
No, actually, that was the year that I was born. So I had not
Awesome.
seen that until now, but I liked it. It was funny.
Bud. I do a good bud. In my world of impressions, it's a good one that I can do.
Add that to the resume.
Right. So yeah, the beer commercials are always classic. I feel like for Super Bowls, they really pay a pretty penny with coming up with all kinds of stuff. And that was one of, if I remember, like Super Bowl commercials, yes, have always been a thing for a long, long time. But I just feel like that commercial kind of kicked off some of the epic commercials. And we're going to get into some of them. But first, I want to run through a couple things here because it's jaw-dropping when you look at some stuff here. So I have some stats pulled up regarding commercials for this year and prices. I mean, think of what you can do with $8 million. It's unbelievable. And it's up $1 million from the last 2 years. So it was 7 million in 23 and 24 to run a 30-second spot. And it is up to $8 million. And some of these companies are shelling out that much. And what they're starting to do over the last couple years is a little disheartening. They're showing them before the game. So I want to ask you, have you seen any yet that were on TV?
No, I haven't.
Okay, that's fair. So the one that I saw was You're a Girl. And I know this movie came out a long time ago, but You're a Girl. So I feel like you should have seen it. When Harry Met Sally.
I have
you
not
ever
seen
that?
No.
Okay. Now it's even before my time, but Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal. And there's a scene where they're eating and she's telling him that basically she can pretend anytime she wants. And so she makes a big deal out of the salad. Like, oh my gosh, it's so good, whatever. And like, she's making a scene. And then a lady says like, I'll have what she's having. And she's like faking it. So they reenact this and it's all for Hellman's mayonnaise. And so keep an eye out for this one. Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal sitting at some diner and she's like eating a sandwich and it doesn't have the mayo yet. And then they put it on and then she's like, oh my gosh. So it's brilliant for the older crowd. I do wonder if the younger crowd are really going to understand it. The next one is a Crash the Super Bowl contest, and Doritos again is inviting people to send their own commercials in. And get this, they have the top 3 now, and the winner will be featured, during the Super Bowl. And just take a guess what you know about the world, what you know about things. If you were to win and have your ad your Doritos ad on the Super Bowl, how much are you getting paid? What's your guess?
I mean, I would hope at least like 100,000. Yeah, 100,000.
Yeah, 100,000. Poor Kelsey, you are so unaware of the world. $1 million.
Oh, I just feel like there's so many companies that like take advantage of everyday civilians that they'd like gyp them, you know?
Like, here's
But I also,
$87.
I'd be so interested. No, not even money. Like you can have free Doritos for a year.
Yeah, Cool Ranch, please.
I would love to know what the ROI is on these commercials though. Like if they're spending $8 million on a
I know.
commercial spot, how much are they actually making from that commercial? Because everyone already knows about Doritos. It's not like they're going to see the commercial and be like, now I want Doritos more. Like
See, this could be an argument that maybe there are people walking down the aisle of their grocery and saying, "Oh, remember that commercial? Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Oh yeah, that was Doritos. Hey, I think they have a new flavor," and then they go and grab it. I mean, you can't tell me there hasn't been one person that's done that, and it adds up. I don't know. I can't say. I don't know. I remember some Taco Bell commercials. Like, oh, I want to try that. Or when Baja Blast first came out. Do you
yeah, I guess
remember
when it's
that?
like when they have new stuff, yeah, but sometimes it's just like a commercial for a
Just the
brand like
regular.
with nothing new. It's
Yeah,
like,
like just a Cool Ranch Doritos. Big deal. We already know that.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
What's your favorite Dorito?
Oh, I love them all.
Fair.
I
Fair.
I love, I mean, cool, like by themselves, Cool Ranch. But
So the
the
blue bag.
regular nacho cheese ones
Red.
are chef's kiss on a sandwich.
Yeah.
Like on the sandwich.
So I grouped Doritos together like Kool-Aid. Did you see how I was going color? You're
Yeah.
like Cool Ranch. I was like, oh, blue. Like that's how I internalize. And like purple is the spicy, right?
I've never even tried the spicy. I'm not a big spice girl.
Okay. Um, I immediately just thought, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. You said I'm not a spice girl.
No, I could be
You-
a spice girl, but I'm not
You
a
look
spice
like if
girl.
you meshed 3 of the Spice Girls together, you could just randomly be like,
Sign me
That's
up,
funny.
Spice Girls, if you're listening.
yeah, I'll take $1 million, please, not 100,000. What you thought?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that is truly incredible. We're breaking down some of the commercials that have been leaked. By the way, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, make sure you follow Couch Chronicles, K for Couch and K for Chronicles, as it is Kelsey and Kristen. Follow them wherever you get your podcasts. The most fun way to watch is on YouTube to see their beautiful faces. And be sure to follow Sports Idiot Nation wherever you get your social media. Of course, you're watching us now, probably on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify and Apple as well. So these commercials, have you seen the Peyton Manning and Eli Manning beef and that kind of thing? You know what I'm
No.
talking about?
No.
So hi, I'm Earth. Have we met?
I live under a
So-
rock.
Yeah. So the kick of destiny is for FanDuel, and basically Eli confesses that he's always actually wanted to be a kicker. So
Wait, I have seen that. I've seen that.
are you lying to me live on a podcast right now?
No, I
You
have seen
just
that.
said, okay, well, that's what we're talking about.
Wait. Yeah. It's a commercial, right? Where
Well,
have I
yeah.
seen that? Why?
Yeah,
Or maybe I saw it on TikTok? I don't know.
Oh, well, and yeah. See, we're living in a world where you don't know if you saw it streaming on an app or like on physical TV or on TikTok or whatever. But yes, so basically, and none of this is real, but the story is that that's his childhood dream to be a kicker. And then Peyton's like, you're destined to be just a quarterback, just a Super Bowl winning quarterback. No big deal.
Yeah.
Beat Tom
Poor
Brady.
thing.
Exactly. And so then they say like he's going to kick for, I don't know, a prize, $1 million or whatever it is. It's probably more than 100,000. I'll tell you that. And then Peyton's like, oh, you want to be a kicker? You're actually not as good as me. We'll see about that. And so that's a thing. So for the Super Bowl, I'm sure we'll see something. And then there's the Budweiser ad was leaked a little bit, and it's again with horses. I don't know what it is with Budweiser and horses lately, but like that's been their thing. I wonder if like the CEO had a bunch of horses laying around and he's like, I gotta find a purpose for these guys because they're costing me money. Let's throw them in a commercial.
Wait, but isn't it like I went to the Budweiser factory, whatever it is, and it's a Clydesdale
St. Louis?
horses. Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I like met the horses, and there's a Dalmatian, fun fact, or at least there was when I went. But here's the problem with me. I have the worst memory ever. Like it's actually horrible. And I'm pretty sure they gave us like the whole history of the horses. Couldn't tell you.
I have no idea.
No clue. So super unhelpful for this moment in time.
So
But I
moving
think
on.
at one point I knew. Yeah.
Right.
Anyways.
So Coors Light has a sloth, and we'll be seeing something like that, I guess.
Okay.
Let's see. Uber Eats has done a good job lately. Do you recall seeing famous people doing some of the Uber Eats in the last couple years? Or
I think if I saw the commercials, I would remember them.
yeah, they're kind of funny. The NFL did ones with Jerry Rice eating rice with
Okay.
Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
And so I'm sure they'll do something, which by the way, speaking of Matthew McConaughey, they did drop supposedly Matthew McConaughey, other than just being too skinny, he does pull it off. He's going to play Mike Ditka. And he was wearing the, like the sweater that says Bears across the chest. And he's got the real cool glasses and the mustache and the hair. Matthew McConaughey completely pulls it off, except he's never been a bigger type of guy. He's always been skinny. And Mike Ditka has never been classified as a skinny person.
Yeah.
But there was I don't know if it was for Uber Eats, but I did see him in a commercial and it said coming February 9th, the day of the Super Bowl, just in a couple days from now. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure you'll see something regarding Matthew McConaughey being Mike Ditka. So when you see it, you'll be like, oh yeah, Adam told me. So for everyone watching, when you saw that, make sure you think of me because I'm the one that told you. Okay, so what I want to do now is go over a couple commercials with you, just kind of some random ones, and let's talk through what makes a good commercial. Like what do we like? What do we keep talking about? That frog commercial, like it was just genius. There wasn't, think of the budget. There was no budget. Like that was all like made up. It wasn't immaculate. It wasn't crazy, but like it sticks with you, And so we'll look at some of these now. Okay, so have you seen this? Oh, Betty White.
Mike, what is your deal, man?
Oh, come on, man. You've been riding me all day.
Mike, you're playing like Betty White out
Do you
there.
know
That's not what your girlfriend said.
who the advertiser is already?
Eat Snickers.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, now they just said it.
Well,
But did you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember this?
I have seen this recently, so yes, but if I hadn't, I wouldn't have known.
You're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
But I
That's
do
pretty
remember that. I remember that commercial.
And then I think, he's wearing it on his t-shirt. Animals acting like humans is usually stellar for a commercial. Let's see. I don't remember what happens here. Well, we just wasted $2 million. What are you doing with your money? Nice.
It's time for E-Trade, the #1 place to invest online.
Nice.
I wish I had $2 million to waste.
All
right, thanks, Steve.
Okay, this is a beer commercial, obviously, I feel like.
Fist bump is out, man.
Really? What's in? Cool.
Cool. Don't worry. When we're in person, I promise I won't do this to you.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light.
Yep, we knew it was
worth
beer.
it.
Nice job in there, Larson. You saved the account.
Hi. Aw, Aw, thank you.
Okay,
Have
I don't.
a seat. Kyle, Jalen, Kyle. Jalen, you play nice. I'll be right back.
I don't remember this one. Do you?
No.
Uh-oh.
What's going on, man?
Oh,
So you got
Doritos.
your game skills down, Pack. You might have your hands full once I pick up the controller, man.
Put it back. Keep your hands on my mama. Keep your hands on my Dorito.
Jalen, are you playing nice?
Are you playing nice?
That's a good one.
Oh, is this? Oh,
just your typical Super Bowl car ad.
I thought it was gonna be Matthew McConaughey there.
Or a hilarious beer ad. Or whatever ad this is. Whatever. But it's a Tide ad.
What?
It's a Tide ad.
Tide.
What makes it a Tide ad?
There are no stains. Look at those clean clothes. What else would this be an ad for?
Diamond?
See, this costs a lot of money. You got to hire that actor who's semi-famous.
It's time for a cold refreshment.
Tide ad.
Fall into the sleep of
No. Tide. No. Tide ad. Extreme.
No. Tide.
Tide!
Meet the all-new. No, it's a Tide ad. Tide.
So, I mean, it's clever.
Super Bowl ad a Tide ad? I think it does. Watch and see.
Yeah.
Hello again, ladies.
Oh,
Is your man the kind of man who would climb the
remember this now? Oh, wait a minute. I thought it was Old
I'm in a
Spice.
Tide ad.
Okay,
Nice
that's
bands.
good.
Get off my horse.
Okay.
Tide ad.
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
Wait, is this the same commercial? It is.
Oh my gosh.
It's still going.
Clean clothes may be an indication of a Tide ad. Tide users experience
Okay,
10
this
times
is
more
incredible.
cleaning power. Tide is America's #1 detergent in America.
Wait, now I don't know.
Beautiful.
This has got to be Budweiser.
Like a Tide ad.
Oh,
It's still.
okay. Now I remember this because
It's a Tide ad.
oh, since I shaved my head, I was like, yeah. Okay, now this is a different one.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Just thought you might want to know. Sales aren't up. They're down.
Oh no. Sales aren't up, they're down. They're partying. Up. They're just pretending to party. Cool. Okay, let's party.
Good job. We've got the most. CareerBuilder.com.
Nice.
So it seems pretty clear that buying lottery tickets is not a good business plan. So, very funny. Let's continue. We got a lot to get through. All right, if we look to the other sections that we think, okay, come on, guys.
Again, monkeys acting as humans.
Why are there monkeys in so many commercials?
Job. We've got the most. CareerBuilder.com.
That's totally different. It wasn't E-Trade. Whoa.
Spooky.
Good afternoon,
What?
Oh, I know what this one is.
I don't.
Good afternoon and welcome. Can we release the masks? Just take a look. How can we be a secret? How can we be a secret society if we can't keep all of our secrets?
Do they know we faked the moon landing?
No, not yet.
Or that there are only 49 shades of gray?
They're suspicious, but that's not what I'm talking about.
49.
What about Bigfoot? Bigfoot's not real and everyone knows that.
Did they figure out we deflated the football?
No, we found a fall guy for that one.
Bigfoot's definitely real.
Nope.
We'll just have to agree to disagree.
What about Area 51? Do they know about that?
No.
How about Area 52 to 54?
Well, stop saying areas. No areas plus a number.
Literally hundreds of photos of Bigfoot.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw him once.
See?
Wait, Bigfoot? I'm getting it wrong. Paul Bunyan?
Point is, someone's leaking this stuff.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm not looking at you, Anne.
I've seen his footprint when I was
Scott! What they do know is that avocados from Mexico have good fats.
So they know they're healthy.
They know everything. Kyle, are you streaming this?
Is that not cool?
No, it's not cool. That's what secret means. It's a secret society.
Oh, wow. Secret. Yep. Hey, I got a like.
You got a like?
That was me.
I like you too.
That's like us liking
At
each
least they
other's
don't know about
posts.
subliminal advertising.
That's not even a
I thought I knew this one. I don't know this one.
Whoa.
What the?
Avocados from Mexico.
Holy cow.
When we asked Reebok to send us Terry Tate, some people thought we were crazy.
Oh.
But I'm a firm believer in
Office
paradigm breaking,
linebacker.
outside the box thinking.
Have you seen this?
I don't think so.
15 minutes ago, Mitch!
And since Terry's
So
been with
good.
us, our productivity has gone up 46%. We're getting more from our employees than ever before.
This is what you need, Kelsey, for your sales.
On your TPS report, Richard! That ain't new, baby!
Look, you just need to be tackled.
But what's really impressed me is how Terry's become part of the Felcher family. He fits right in here.
Oh. That's a long distance call, Doug!
To be honest, I wish Reebok sent us 10 Terry Tates.
You want to play games, Gene? Well, when it's game time, it's pain time, baby! Woo!
Oh no. Rod, you sent this email, reply all. You hit reply all. You know I was wrong. You just sent this email to me. Could you imagine?
For drivers who want to get the most out of their cars, it's Bridgestone or nothing.
Okay, so what stood out to you? First of all, have you seen any of those? Well, the Snickers.
Yeah, I think I have, but I didn't remember what was going to happen. But they looked familiar. Not all of them.
Yeah, the avocados, it made me go, It didn't make me laugh as much. It was relatable in some of the stuff they said, like, Bigfoot's real. I gotta blah, 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 like some of that. But it wasn't like, I don't know. It didn't do it for me. The Tide, I gotta say, I started it with okay, it's just a Tide commercial. But when it was clever, right?
It just kept going. I kept thinking it was a new commercial, and then it just kept being a Tide commercial.
That's
but you know what?
solid.
I like the avocado one because it reminds me of the commercials. I don't even know what the brand is, but it's like wanting to not become your parents. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. So
that's what it reminds me of.
So I think that one is progressive.
I think you're right.
Where the guy they're going through either a class or what not to say, and they keep messing up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, we don't do that. And they're at the supermarket or something, and he goes up to a stranger to inform them about the fruit needs to be nope,
Yes.
They don't care. They didn't ask you.
Yep. Don't become your parents. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what it reminds me of. There's something funny to me about grown adults, not knowing how to do basic things or how to act in basic social situations.
Yeah. I wonder, with so many of the commercials that are going to be coming out kind of leaked, you can go on YouTube and hit 2025 Super Bowl commercials, which, by the way, it hasn't happened yet. The Super Bowl hasn't happened yet. It's in a couple days, but you can YouTube and you'll probably get 10 that come up. And back in the day, that wasn't a thing. You kind of had to wait, So I don't know. It's crazy.
That's lame. I don't like that.
Yeah. It's kind of I'll be honest. I am in the minority here, and you don't have any kids either. And you're the woman, you're the one that would be having them. So I get your vote counts way more than mine. But I'll say this about the gender reveal. I miss the old days when you didn't know.
Okay. I hate the extravagant gender reveals. I understand wanting to know so you can plan, and I get that. But yeah, I feel when I have kids, maybe the first one I'll find out, but I also love when people don't know till it happens. My parents didn't know what I was till I was born, and that's fun.
Same. And you can get yellow and neutral type colors to start, with the understanding that you're going to go blue or pink pretty heavy quickly once the baby comes out the chute. But I know I feel we're in the minority. I feel people who have kids nowadays, they cannot wait to find out and then come up with the name right away and oh, Phil, he's in there. Well,
I mean,
I don't
you
know
just
how
gotta
many
have a name picked out
babies.
for both genders, and then you're set.
Yeah, and then when the baby's born, you look at the face and just make sure, because sometimes he doesn't look like a Phil. It could be, more of a Channing. Like you don't know
For sure. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I'm very glad, and Ti will be very glad, as we didn't mention a shout out to our buddies. Ti is still on the toilet right now, and so he
Poor
he can't
guy.
be with us. And Miles doesn't have Wi-Fi yet. He is getting settled in Tejas, and so he will be joining Sports Idiot Nation again real soon. But it's funny that we still found a way to derail the show in the way that Ti does. So we'll call this segment "Ode to Ti," to find a way to just derail the show. So let's get back on track. A reminder to follow Sports Idiot Nation wherever you get your social media. Also, link in the show notes to get cool stuff like this. And of course, I'm wearing my Your Team Sucks t-shirt. This, although it's the Chargers, this is the AFC West LA Chargers t-shirt, but I'm wearing it as UCLA Bruins and Golden State Warriors. So you can do the same. You can find your favorite team and grab your t-shirt as well, hoodies and stuff. Okay, so now let's shift gears to Michael Jackson, one of my all-time favorite halftime performances, and here's why. In that year, it was when he was dressing up more like, I don't know what you call it, but like the big shoulder pads, the gold like kind of jacket, and like that was like his thing. And so that was just cool. When you're younger, anything that someone does is like that's so different is automatically cool. You don't even know what cool is, right? But then he came, and it was like there was multiple Michael Jacksons around the stadium. It was like poof, psh, you'd look here and there's Michael Jackson. And then the camera would shift like 30 yards east, and then psh, there would be Michael Jackson. And obviously they had stunt doubles, obviously. Right. Not like, not a conspiracy theory.
He's actually a magician.
Yeah, like there's 7 of them. It was Tito. It was all his brothers. No, and then all of a sudden there was the real Michael, and it was pretty big. And then I am a Beatles fan, and so I remember watching with my folks Paul McCartney. I get that it wasn't that popular of a choice because some 50, 60-year-old guy is not the best for Super Bowl because it's more of a young person thing. And if you don't know the Beatles, you're like, who is Paul McCartney? Why is he doing the halftime show? But then there's more like, Coldplay, Bruno Mars, those kinds of course, we got to talk about Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson, because since that wardrobe malfunction, every year now, ever since, you're like looking to see if there's going to be another one, no matter what it is, But what are some performances that you were excited for, and what do you think about, this past week was the Grammys, and we're about to hear They Not Like Us. We're about to hear it, right, in a couple days. And are you excited? Are you a fan of his? What are your thoughts?
I love him, and I love that song. I think it's hilarious. I think, poor Drake, I don't feel bad for him, but can you imagine this song gets so many Grammys and so many Grammy nominations, and it's just a diss track on you, and then when they're playing it at the Grammys, everyone's singing along. Can you imagine?
Did you see the interview with Drake's dad?
No.
So, and I don't know if it's him or not. That's just what the title says. But in today's world, I don't know. I've never Google imaged Drake's father to know if it's him or not. But there's an older guy, and they're going up to him to interview him. They're like, "What do you think about the Grammys?" And he was like, "Man, I don't know about that stuff." He's just trying to get off camera and stuff. It's almost like the dad felt the diss.
Yeah. Well, as he should. That's who he
Drake
raised. So.
wipes his tears with $100 bills, and we
I
don't.
know.
We wipe our tears with our hands or with tissue or toilet paper. So
sometimes paper towels if it's really necessary.
Yeah, or Kristen's shirt.
Yeah, most of the time it's just the sleeve of whatever I'm wearing. So yeah, I got like snot and everything. It's a whole production.
Snot bubbles. Yeah. So I mean, it's like, okay, whatever, and he is like, I don't think Drake's a bad rapper. Do you?
No, I've always liked his music.
Yeah. When it comes on, I don't be like, oh God, Drake, turn it off. I don't do that.
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever, but it is just funny, especially since it doesn't involve us and we get to laugh.
I know. I love when there's drama and I'm not involved. It's the best.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're a female. Tell me more. Is that bad? Is that bad to
I'll
say?
stir the
Did I
pot
just
a little bit and then I'll step out and kind of watch from a distance, It's
Am I
what we
female?
do.
I love doing that. That's why I have this show. Oh, okay. So you're excited for this Super Bowl halftime?
I'm excited for every single Super Bowl halftime, even if I don't really care about the artist. But yes, I am excited for this one. I think, and this might be, I feel like she got a lot of hate, but Rihanna loved hers.
So she was preggo, wasn't she?
Yes, and that's when we all found out. Because I remember watching, and maybe that's why I loved it so much, because then me and my friends were like speculating, we're like, was she just holding her belly? Like, is she pregnant? And then it became like, we were like detectives. So it was fun. It was like an interactive Super Bowl halftime show.
Here's one that I want to find out what you thought, because, and I'm not even saying this like as a Christian, I was like, oh, but The Weeknd. Do you remember how like kind of weird devilish vibes it was with all the red and like the weirdness? Do you remember
Wasn't
that?
there a bunch of like mirrors too? Like, wasn't there something weird where he was like in like a tunnel or something?
He doesn't have a lot of bangers. So it was like, okay, what?
Yeah, I don't remember being overly impressed, but I don't remember thinking anything negative. But I also feel like I just love everything. Like there's
Yeah, I was
not a
gonna
lot
say,
of things in this
Kelsey,
world that I
whatever,
don't
you're
like.
So nice. Get out of here.
I'm not a big critiquer, so like I see people performing on a stage,
You're like, I
something
couldn't do
I
that.
could never do. So to me, that's impressive. Like I'm always like, I wish I could sing, I wish I could dance, like I wish I could do what they're doing. So to me, it's all pretty impressive. But I mean, yeah, of course, there's gonna be things that I'm like, didn't love that. Like there's some artists that I can't stand. Katy Perry is one. Did not like her halftime show because I don't like her.
Wait, do tell. So what's going on?
I
What do you
honestly
mean?
don't
She has
really
bangers.
have. I don't have a. She does. She has a few songs that I like. I think the song California Girls, ironically, ruined her for me. I cannot
You're a
stand that song.
California girl.
I know. I started hating it long before I moved to California. I think when it first came out, it was overplayed so much, and that was back
Yes.
when like you listened to the radio all the time.
Blame
So
Snoop
like,
for that too.
ugh, I hate that song, and I just find Katy Perry really annoying. I think she's getting better, but I just don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like Demi Lovato. Like, there's some artists that I just don't like at all, and yeah, she's one of them. So didn't love her show. You know which one I really liked was Dr. Dre when
Eminem
Snoop Dogg and Eminem
car coming out
and
like this.
Mary J. Blige. Yeah, like it was so, I loved that one.
Oh, that was dope. I
Yeah.
mean, even my parents understood the thrill of that. Like, obviously, 30 years ago when they were in their heyday, my folks were still like older and like that wasn't their thing, but they remember the gravity of it, of how big it was and stuff, and they could appreciate it at least,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone disliked that show. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
I
how
don't think
could
so
you?
either.
Yeah.
It was good.
That was the Super Bowl in Detroit that year?
I think so, yeah.
I want to say that it was, because when Eminem came out, it was a bigger deal.
because he's like Detroit native.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I don't
think.
know. I could be off. It could have been in LA for all I know. Who knows?
Oh wait, I'm looking it up right now. It was at SoFi.
Yeah, LA. And that still checks out because SoCal is
Anytime Eminem performs at a stadium, I just assume it's Detroit. It just feels like it should be.
Yeah. Because he's one of the goats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember when U2 performed? I don't, but they did.
I will admit that I vaguely remember.
I don't have any opinions on that because I don't remember it, but I don't like U2 because they like infiltrated everybody's iPhones back in the day and put all their music on Apple and you couldn't get rid of it.
So here's my take on that. I do agree that it was absolutely the weirdest thing ever. Like, what? Now, let's pretend it was a band that you truly, truly loved. Let's say it was Kendrick. If you got a free album of Kendrick just on your phone, would you really complain? No, right? It's just the fact that you're not a huge U2 fan, and I'm not either. I am a fan. They have 20 songs that I think are really, really good. 20. Not
I can
3.
tell you one. I did not know who they were.
Are
I did
you
not,
serious?
I still do not know any of their songs, I don't think. But
Oh,
I refuse
I
to
feel
listen
like
to them because they were forced on me. And maybe I have a problem with authority. I don't know. But I was like, now that you're in my phone and I didn't choose to have you in my phone, I don't want it. I'm still holding a grudge.
Yeah, I noticed. And I mean, I get it. But you don't know, like, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. You know, that doesn't ring a bell.
And I still
haven't
found. That's U2?
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news at Sports Idiot Nation. That's U2, dude. And they have 19 other songs like that. I'm just telling you.
What? Okay, maybe maybe I need to look into that before I keep hating on them.
If you go to Spotify, type in U2. I like doing that because it will give you like the most listened, you know? Are you a Spotify girl?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know why I said girl. Like, but yeah.
I am a girl.
Spotify. Yeah. So yeah, Spotify's the way to go on that. But I like looking up artists and then seeing their most popular tracks. And if you do that with U2 and just click the first 5, you'll be like, okay, whoops. Like, they have some really good songs.
I'm so sorry for all the slander, U2. I actually don't hate you. I just didn't know.
Didn't know? Yeah. Like, years from now, people might say that about, like, Maroon 5 or, I don't know, I'm just, you know, like, no, Maroon 5 has never done, they have some bangers.
Yeah, I like Maroon 5.
I would see them in concert. Man, that's what we should do. We got to get our guy Josh Toomey. Shout out to his episode. He was on a couple months ago, and he does a big music podcast and has talked to some really famous people. And he lives in Southern Indiana, and he's had his music podcast for a while. And we need to have him on again and talk like favorite concerts or who would you want to see and things like that. We need to do that for sure. But yeah, what I want to see for this show coming up is who does he have with him? Like, you're always wondering when an artist is announced, as the performer, like, could you imagine if like somehow Drake is, I know it's not, but like, I don't know, like break the internet.
And that would be insane. You really do never know, because I wasn't expecting Kanye and Bianca to show up and Bianca to be naked. So anything can happen really in Hollywood.
That I still can't. Yeah. That was only just 4 or 5 days ago. That's still, cause you can like, I know on most spots they like blur it out, but if you really, really, really want to, it's not that hard on Google to find the censored, and you're like, okay, that it really is as bad as what you thought. Like you thought maybe like there was like some tape or like something.
There was literally nothing. And the way it's so funny, I've seen like videos and the way she's like pulling her dress down, like, girl, you do not, there's nothing, there's no reason. We can see everything. It doesn't matter if you pull your see-through dress down. We're already seeing everything. That was insane. I
just
feel like there's something weird going on in that relationship, but that's a topic for another day.
No kidding. As a man, shouldn't you be the protector of your girl, of your wife, of your girlfriend, of your whatever? He was not he was the opposite of a protector. He was like the antagonizer.
Humiliating her. That's humiliating. There's no way she wanted to do that.
Can you imagine what Kim thought? Like,
I'd be mortified because they have kids. Like, can you imagine having kids and like having your wife do something like that? I know like they're not her kids, but what kind of example are you setting for your kids? Like it just blows my mind. I've dated people who like, not that they've been controlling, but like they would like, if I was wearing something out and they weren't there and it was like a little too revealing, they'd be like, I just don't want anyone else to see you like that. Like I don't want
that's
that
for me. Like,
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So for him to like put her on full display, they weren't even invited to the Grammys. Like that's just weird. The whole thing was bizarre.
Yeah, for sure. And because of the Luca and AD stuff, me and Jacob from Hoops Idiot Nation, we already went on for an hour, and there was just no, because I was thinking about it, but on Monday's episode, we just didn't even get into it. It'd be another half hour, and like we've never had a 2-hour episode, and I really don't feel the need to start now.
Yeah. We have on Couch Chronicles once on accident. It's a good one though. It's piping hot tea.
Does that speak to your editing skills that you just couldn't do it, or I'm kidding.
Most of our episodes are like over an hour long, and then by the time we edit out everything that we need to edit out, they're like 30 minutes. So the fact that it was 2 hours long after we edited is crazy.
See, we're so professional here. Not 1 minute really edited out at Sports Idiot Nation. You can always count on us. Remember to like and subscribe, share with an idiot. Any person you think is an idiot, you should go up to them and be like, hey, I have a show for you. I've never thought about that. I literally just said it right now. I think it flowed well.
It could become like the ultimate insult while also the ultimate like promotion.
Like, I got this for you because I just think you're an idiot.
Hey, this made me think of you.
Right, exactly. So again, check the link and get your swag. Sports Idiot Nation, and also follow wherever you get your social media. Again, Kelsey is hailing from Couch Chronicles, also on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, all that stuff. Well, at least Spotify, right? I think
Spotify, YouTube, TikTok. We're doing big things on TikTok.
Big things. Which, yeah, ever so grateful that TikTok is around.
Thank God.
Like, find a way to talk about that every time with you.
Yeah. I will thank God every day for TikTok still being here. Every day I'm thankful it's here.
Your neighborhood could literally be on fire. You could literally have not one thing going well for you, but sweet baby Jesus, thank you for TikTok.
Thank you for TikTok. TikTok brings me out of dark places. TikTok is like my main source of entertainment. I love it.
All right, let's close the show with what is your prediction for the game? Like, I know we so don't care.
I don't even know what I think is going to happen because so far I've been wrong on every single prediction that I've had. Every single one. But I really, really, really hope the Eagles win. I really do. And if the Chiefs win and Travis doesn't propose to Taylor, waste. That is the only good thing that can come out of the Chiefs winning,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
there's a lot of pressure for him to definitely do that if they win, and I just feel like they're gonna win. I just feel like it's gonna happen.
It's gonna ruin my life. It's gonna ruin my life because then like all we're gonna hear about is 3-peat Chiefs, Patrick
I know
Mahomes.
it's never happened.
And we already hear about them so much, and I just it will ruin my life.
I just simply can't. Yeah. I will say at least like there isn't any like they didn't deflate the footballs, they didn't get caught cheating. If we talk about the refs, that's not them. You know, like that's the negative thing we say.
As
I
far
do
as we
like
know.
Andy Reid. Well,
I like Andy Reid. I like some of the players.
right. And Drew Tranquil is from Fort Wayne,
Mhm.
where I live and where you're from.
Yep.
So that is not terrible for, you know. So that's the, and I don't like, see, you're AFC girl and I'm an NFC boy. See, we could never work. You see this? But, and like, I hate the Eagles because of what they've done to the Niners, and I don't like Nick Sirianni as a coach. Like, I think he's a smug, like, I just want to punch him in his face. I don't want to punch Andy Reid. Like, he's never, and look, the Chiefs have beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl not once, but twice. And I still don't hate the Chiefs the way that I hate the Eagles. Their fans are terrible.
I've heard that.
So it's like, and yeah, you can say Chiefs fans are annoying, but you could technically say every fan who doesn't like the Bengals is annoying because they don't like your team. So
Yeah, honestly, I used to date a Chiefs fan, and one of my best friends from home is a Chiefs fan, and like two of my favorite people ever, love them. So like, I don't hate Chiefs fans. I just hate that they love the Chiefs. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I just hate the
you're
Chiefs.
like, you're wrong.
I
and
would
hate
punch Patrick Mahomes in the face if I could. Absolutely. I'm
And see, again-
itching to get in a fist fight. I would fight him. I'd probably win
So,
too.
Did you have the same hatred for Tom Brady?
Not at first until I saw him making out with his kids, and then I was like, that guy's freaking weird. And now I don't like him.
Okay.
To me, I think I talked about this before, but I don't like Patrick Mahomes because I think he's a crybaby. If he was like cool and like didn't complain when things didn't go his way, no problem. But he doesn't. I think he's a big crybaby. I think he's a sore loser, and I think he sucks. I mean, as a person, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure he's a good guy, but I don't like him. I can't stand him.
We'll see what happens on Sunday. I wouldn't be surprised necessarily either way, just because of Saquon Barkley. The Eagles can hold the ball now. They don't have to like just go fast. They can, and that keeps Patrick Mahomes off the field. If Saquon has it, that means the Chiefs don't have it. So they can just go a long time with the ball. So I don't know. We'll see. So again, check out Sports Idiot Nation wherever you get your social media. Check out Couch Chronicles. Remember, spelled with a K. Couch Chronicles. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you guys Monday. Okay, all you sinners, follow Sports Idiot Nation on TikTok, X, and Instagram. Like us on Facebook, and remember, the most fun way to watch us is on YouTube every Monday and Thursday. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you can be updated when new content drops. Remember, the podcast can also be found on the usual suspects of Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Always remember, don't be an idiot.
Sinner.